they recently decided to add more peeps to it.
And I'm in the front row, and I'm hammered drunk.
You do not have anything to drink. Can I get you a tasty refreshment?
Yes, I'll have a beer.
Wunderbar.
Hey, careful, man. There's a beverage here, huh? And welcome to another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. My name is Aaron, and I am joined by my co-host, Daisy's dad, Andrew.
Hey, that's me.
How you doing?
For those of you that can hear that, by the way, that little crunching, that's my dog chewing on some ice.
They can definitely hear it because there was I was going back through the audio of our previous episodes, and you can hear the trains roll by very faintly with headphones in. You can hear the trains roll by.
Okay.
Fucking Daisy,
Big sweetie.
it's a big fluffy dog.
Big sweetie.
You really did luck out
I know I did.
with Daisy. She is fluffy and sweet, and
Mellow.
she's pretty fucking mellow. She also likes ice cubes.
Yes.
I think a lot of dogs.
Oh, look at the dog.
The dogs. I think a lot of dogs like just.
So soft.
I don't know why do they the crunchiness of the ice cubes. What
I
is
think
it?
so. Kind of like a chew toy type deal.
A chew toy that is also hydrating.
Mm.
Now, if you could get I mean, it'd be a lot of work to drink / eat liquid IV in ice cube form.
Why would you even want to do that?
Because I'm hungover. That's
Well,
the
I
only time I ever
understand
have
it.
liquid IV.
Just drink it.
I mean,
Why would you try to freeze it?
I'm just thinking out loud here, buddy. Okay,
You know what? I take that back. If you mix it into like a slushy form, I bet you
that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, I bet you that'd be pretty okay.
You know, if you did basically you make a margarita without tequila, but with liquid IV. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. When was the last time we had a daiquiri day?
Oh,
It's been a while.
the Dells?
No,
Kinda.
we went to the campsite once and had a daiquiri day. We put your dad's dog in a lay.
That was like at least a year ago.
No, that was more than that. That was a couple years ago. We had 2 blenders going. I was making Miami Vices and shit.
Yeah, that was one with.
Man, I want one. So it's finally starting to get warm out.
I know, right?
And I want a Miami Vice, it turns out.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago when we had Tofu's second birthday party.
Yeah.
Um,
I definitely appreciate how you're calling him Tofu now,
Yes.
too.
yes, I offered Dad a summer shandy,
Uh-huh.
and you know
But
how
it was like 52 degrees and rainy.
Oh, it's still cold for that.
Yeah.
It's not summer yet.
Tomorrow, I'll get him to drink a summer shandy.
Yeah.
It's going to be 75 and sunny.
Needless
Like,
to say,
that
like-
sounds pretty good.
Halfway through the week, like 4 days later, not even, when it's 80 out and I'm mowing the grass, I'm like, I'm having an alcoholic lemonade.
It's really what it is. It's so
I
delicious,
know.
though. I went out. I have family that lives in La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
And they have, you ever seen the movie Summer Catch? Jessica Biel's hot ass, Freddie Prinze Jr. Anyway, they have summer baseball. College kids that don't get drafted, they go and play summer league. Cape Cod League, they have the Northwest League, they got a league in Alaska. They got leagues all over the place. All these summer kids, because college baseball ends in like end of May, early June. That's when the tournaments start. But all the kids that aren't playing in the tournament, they go and play summer league ball. Mm-hmm. And there's a league in Wisconsin, Minnesota, whatever. And they have a team in La Crosse, in downtown La Crosse, and you can pay $5, and you can sit right behind home plate, and then you have to pay for drinks and food and everything. Or you can sit down the right field line on the party deck, 2-layer party deck and have as much food as you want. Well, the price is probably gone up. But as much food as you want and as much summer shandy as you can drink. It was 95 degrees, and I probably drank 12 summer shandies while I was at that bitch.
Ooh.
Oh, I had a great time.
I bet.
I had a great time.
Oh.
I was sweating summer shandy for about 3 days afterwards. I'm a big fan.
It'd be like the one time we had how many cows at the campsite?
Well, it was at least a 24 on the table.
Oh,
but
at
it was
least.
hot. Like, it was hot.
It
Like,
was.
When we would drink one, like, you would just sweat it right back out.
Yeah, that is true. From what I can remember, though, the hangover the next day was horrible.
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
I know.
That's how long we've been drinking together, buddy.
I know. It's great.
Pop that bitch. Nah, boy.
Yay. We're alcoholics.
We just like to drink. We just like to drink.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's legal. I'm going to walk home. I am getting my golf cart fixed. Well, it's not my golf cart. It's my wife's golf cart. But I
It's
get to
your
drive.
wife's.
I'm allowed to drive it.
Mm.
Gonna get lights installed. Gotta get new batteries. Batteries are fucking expensive.
Yes, they are.
Like $150 a pop, and I need 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
Good thing you have all that overtime at work.
Not really, no. I haven't worked. I think
that's-
I've worked like 2 days of overtime this year. It's nice.
Oh, very nice. I wish I could say that.
There hasn't been a lot of opportunities for overtime. But I don't want to work that much anyway.
Yeah, it sucks.
I work long enough hours as is. I don't want to work that much. I would much rather literally do this.
Yeah.
Sit in your basement and drink.
Spend our adult money on booze.
Uh-huh. Instead of having to walk down here with my backpack and the glassware that I bought.
Yes. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah. No, $8.
$8 in it.
What did I got, 3 pint glasses?
Yeah, 3 pint glasses.
How many
and-
low balls? 3 low ball, 4 low balls, 4 low ball glasses,
And a
shot
shot
glass
glass.
for $8.
Yeah, and the shot glass even is marked for half shots too.
I know, I'm a big fan of that.
If we want to be, conservative with our drinks.
I mean, you could be if you really wanted to, but
Do we really want to?
you know the magic is I don't have to worry about I can just go home. It takes me 3 minutes to walk home in my douchey slide sandals.
Yeah.
I'm standing there with the glassware tucked into a box and my backpack with my laptop and a bunch of other shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to bend over and put on shoes. So I kicked the sandals out. I'm like, well, that's what I'm wearing.
No, I hear you.
And hoofed it down here.
That's why I wear slip-on shoes.
Basically all of my shoes are slip-on. The only thing I tie are work boots.
And dress shoes.
Yeah, okay, so you have to have at least two pairs of dress shoes. A black pair and a brown pair.
Yep.
The black pair, those are slip-ons. They look classy. They're classy.
I got a classy picture of you
Which
in
one?
them. I want to say it was at Mom's wake.
Oh yeah, I sit in the chair.
Yeah. Cross-legged and all that. Yeah.
Look like I am worth some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the record, I am not.
Put that bitch in black and white. And
But you gotta have the black pair. I have are slip-ons, and then the brown pair is those are ties. But actually, I slip into them bitches too. The only thing I tie is work boots. Everything's loose. I buy everything like a half size smaller and just don't tie them because I'm lazy. The fuck?
Daisy.
That's my old Busch Light can. The fuck, dog? Come here.
Getting into mischief.
Unfucking believable.
And garbage that I probably should pick up.
It's a work in progress. Okay,
Yeah.
There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
If you
Learning
haven't
curve,
quit
working-
listening by now,
Yeah.
either you're doing something just completely wrong or something so right.
Extra kudos if you let Aaron and I talk you to sleep.
There is a podcast that I actually enjoy.
Falling asleep to?
I take naps at work because I work such long hours,
Mm-hmm.
and I just put it on in the background because I've listened to all their episodes, so I've definitely heard everything before, and I just kind of just lean back in the seat and just kind of take a nap.
It's woodworking videos for me.
It's-
Or really just YouTube in general.
Yeah. Do you pay for YouTube Premium or you suffer through the ads?
I suffer through the ads.
Oh, dude, I switched about a month ago. It's a game changer.
Shit.
I pay I think it's $16 a month. No ads. Unless they got that, this video is brought to you by
Yeah, the end
Squarespace.
videos. Yeah, the end video sponsor.
That's not terrible. It's only about a minute or
Yeah,
whatever.
minute
But it's
two.
not like I watch a lot of World War II documentaries
Mm-hmm.
because that just puts me right to sleep. And the World War II documentaries, they're accompanied by a lot of Medicare Plan B, like 4-minute long ads. It's like, oh my God. And you got to boot up the phone because I cast everything to the TV.
Yep.
And you got to like boot up the phone and get back on the Wi-Fi and you got to go and skip the ad. And you got to do that every video. I think the peace of mind is worth $16 a month.
I've been tempted. I just haven't bit the bullet yet.
Well, I cut down on my streaming services. At one point in time, I was paying for Amazon Prime and I was paying for Netflix. I was actually legitimately paying for Netflix. Not a lot of people pay for Netflix. They do the
We do.
password. Do you? We should all just jump in on that shit together. Like, they're really not gonna.
I thought they updated their stuff.
They said they were gonna crack down, but I don't think they have yet.
Yeah.
I don't think we make a profile for you. I mean, my parents across the state, they got their profile.
No, I mean
If they crack down on it, we say fuck you.
we've
I
got
don't give a shit.
we've got 4 or 5 profiles on ours.
Sign up for a
anyways.
month to watch the last season of Stranger Things when it comes out in a year and a half or whatever, and that's really all I give a shit about. But Netflix doesn't have as much stuff as they used to. I signed
No,
up.
they didn't.
I originally signed up for Netflix way back in the day when they still had the DVD services.
Yeah.
They mail your ass a DVD or two, and then you go on the computer and make a list and everything. They just finally quit doing that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Isn't that insane? I'm going to get a DVD in the mail. No bonus features. It's like Redbox DVD. No bonus features. All stripped down. But I was paying for Netflix. I was paying for Hulu with HBO without commercials. It was like $30 a month just by itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid for Peacock for a little bit. I think Anna still pays for Showtime because she keeps forgetting to cancel. She likes the what's that show with the Irish lady that like goes back in time or whatever? Outlander.
Yeah.
She likes the Outlander. Whatever. I'm not into it. Me and Levi really, really baked one time. And we watched the first, 3 episodes. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I completely forgot about it for about 8 years.
Yeah. No.
And she pays for Paramount, too. Paramount's got... there's actually a show I like on... It's got Sylvester Stallone. And he's a mafia boss and gets out of prison and goes to Tulsa. It's actually a very, very fantastic show.
Oh.
It's the right balance of comedy and tough guyness and mafia shit. It's called Tulsa King. It's actually pretty
I think
good.
I've heard of that.
It's pretty good. It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
It's everybody else in the show other than Sylvester Stallone and his weed dealer dude, I didn't recognize anybody else in the show. There's literally nobody else in the show that I recognize. All character actors. So,
Right.
there's no ego or anything in it. It was a quality show.
Cool.
Sylvester Stallone. But the roundabout way is saying streaming services have gotten so fucking terrible. If you pay for all of them, you're paying more for streaming services than you
Than
are
you
for
do
cable.
for cable, yeah.
Because you're paying for an internet connection too.
Yep.
Unfucking believable.
It's horseshit. That's what it is.
You're gonna pay over $100 a month to scroll for an hour and a half to find something to watch.
That you probably already watched.
Correct. Because it's the safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up a couple weeks ago.
Uh-oh.
Because
What'd you do?
I took a sip of that whiskey. Oh god, that is pretty good. I fucked up a couple weeks ago because I was supposed to get up early next morning, and all of a sudden it's 10 o'clock at night. And I go, I'm scrolling through shit because I have the Chromecast and I can just send it from my phone. And I have the app on my phone. I just send it from TV. And I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm like, man, I don't remember. I remember the beginning of Shutter Island, and I remember the end of Shutter Island, but I don't remember the middle. Like everything that happened, like in the for the entire. It's like a 2-hour movie for the entire hour and a half in the middle. I don't remember the middle. And I watched it, and I go, I didn't need to watch the middle. I just wasted my fucking time.
It sounds about like
Mark
me.
Ruffalo was great. Leo was obviously fantastic. He gives 130% on every project. And then Ben Kingsley was in it too. He was great. And it's just like, and all the character actors and everything, the supporting cast was great, and the scenery was great, and the costumes were great. But it's just like, I didn't need to watch. I didn't fucking. I caught the end. The end is the good part.
Yeah, I've screwed myself over a couple times like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most recent was sometime this past week. I have this nasty habit of either taking a nap in the middle of the day and then shooting myself, like not being able to fall asleep at night, or just not taking a nap in the day and getting a second wind come 10:30.
That happens.
So it was sometime this past week. It was one of those where the wife and I is like, hey, let's go to bed somewhat early, right? And catch some Z's, fall asleep, try to catch up on sleep. And I went in there into the bedroom where we have our TV and Roku. And I started scrolling through Disney Plus.
And
she asked me what I was going to watch, because normally how it works is...
have you watched Mandalorian yet?
I think I've watched the first episode.
It's actually a quality show.
Yeah, it was pretty good for the first episode.
Oh,
that
it's
I
a
watched.
quality show.
But
And
it's-
Baby Grogu,
Yeah,
Baby Yoda is fucking
adorable.
goddamn adorable.
Yeah.
He sounds a lot like your son, actually.
Yeah, what? But
It's worth
usually,
a watch. It's worth a watch.
usually my wife gets the remote first, which
That's usually how it works.
is, I mean, I love her dearly, but it's either Hallmark or,
Oh God, why?
yeah, it's bad. So I grab it. I grab the remote first, and I turn on the TV, and I go to Disney Plus, and she's like, "What we watching?" I don't know. And I think I watched some. Oh, I watched Brave Little Toaster to the Rescue.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you 2 questions.
Oh boy, this isn't the end of my story either. That wasn't the oops part.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Was it for nostalgia's sake?
Yes.
2, did it hold up?
No.
That's the answer I expected.
Half because it was what, 1980s, 1970s, something like that.
I didn't watch that
animation.
horse shit. Get the fuck out of here.
And second, because I actually thought it was the original Brave Little Toaster, but no, it was like the first sequel that So it wasn't the one that I thought I was going to be watching, but I stomached through the last 30.
You were trying to
45
watch
minutes.
Debbie Does Dallas, but you ended up with Debbie Does Dallas in Austin.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a sequel. I have no idea.
Yeah. But I get done with that, right? And the principle of the matter is, about 20 minutes into it, I was like, this is not the one that I thought I was watching.
Yeah.
And
It's like you tried to watch Land Before Time, and you ended up on Land Before Time like 8.
correct. Correct. But my wife was still awake, so I wasn't going to give...
Holy shit, the dinosaurs are still alive.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I wasn't going to switch the show I was watching with my wife still awake.
No, see, I'm the other way. I'll go, this is hot garbage. And either take a nap or go, we got to change it, or we should watch something else.
So
I've been 20 minutes, 30 minutes into a movie and gone, this is fucking terrible. This isn't worth my time.
yeah, I probably should have done that.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, that wasn't the oops. The oops was finishing it and then still going, well, now my wife's asleep. And I'm kind of bummed out because it wasn't the show I thought I was going to watch.
So,
So, instead of just rolling over and going to sleep, like
Taking
I
your lumps.
should have done, I watched the entirety of Holes.
dude, that movie's the shit.
It is, but so the thing
Digging
is, the thing is, like you said,
digging
I remember
out.
this part of Holes, and I remember this part of Holes, and I can't quite.
You remember the beginning.
Yeah, I remember
You
the
remember the
beginning.
end.
I remember the.
You don't remember the
end.
middle.
I remember some parts of the middle, but like,
But the thing about Holes
heh,
is you're following 3-4 different storylines,
correct.
and it holds up.
And it held up, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it held up.
It's good. I mean,
and-
like the kid acting. I mean, it's kid acting. But Sigourney Weaver is the shit.
Yeah.
John Voight is. I mean, John Voight. You know, Dule Hill. The I could fix that.
Oh.
He
yes.
was on a show. He was on Psych.
Yes.
I
Yes, he
fucking
was.
love Psych.
Yes.
He was on Psych. I can fix that. And actually, Holes has resurfaced on social media. You know, the grandpa.
Mm-hmm.
There's a flashback clip of Sigourney Weaver with their grandpa digging on Christmas.
Correct. Yes.
Grandpa, I don't want to dig holes.
That's too damn bad. Yes.
Holes is still fantastic. I actually just watched it like a month and a half ago.
Yes.
We couldn't agree on anything to watch. Oh, fucking Holes is on Disney Plus. Shia LaBeouf before he went all crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan. I don't think any of the other kid actors really went on to do anything other than Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf, he's been in a few things, but he's just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Holes, I'm still a big fan of Holes, but, you know, I'm going to do the whole thing where, I read the book. I actually did read the book by Lewis Sacker. Yeah. It was the most serious book he wrote. Mm-hmm. And obviously the book went into more detail and everything, but actually Disney did it justice. They followed the book pretty fucking closely.
Well, you know why? Because I remember you saying that about the last time when you
Ranted
watched
about Holes.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And so I was still awake. Go figure, because I watched all of Holes for the credits. And the guy who wrote the screenplay
Yeah.
wrote the novel.
Lewis Sacker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the same thing with Perks of Being a Wallflower. It was I read the book after I watched the movie.
Ah, you did it in the wrong order.
I did it in the wrong order, but it's okay because the format of the book I don't really like.
I don't read a lot of books.
It was like
that's not a flex.
it was like
by
a
any means. It's-
journal entry type deal for the book.
Yeah, I read a couple of those.
So I'm not a big fan of those.
yeah,
So I'm happy that I read it second, but it mirrored each other because the writer of the book also wrote and I think either directed or produced the movie.
Well, okay, so the thing is, okay, so if you could take a book, like, I'm trying to, the broad example, Game of Thrones, the
Yes.
first Game of Thrones book, you can't squeeze that into a 2.5 hour movie.
No, you can't.
The thing now is to make it a long form television show. So that's why a lot of studios and everything are putting money into these television shows, because you can fit the most amount of detail and liberties and visual things into. You turn a book, a 400-page novel or whatever, into a 10-episode thing with acting, a 10-episode series. And Holes was a young adult novel. You can make that into an hour and a half, hour 45 movie.
Yeah, like they did.
But something like a super novel like
Correct.
Game of Thrones, you got to turn it into a TV show if you're trying to morph it into the television visual media.
Yes.
I guess is what you'd call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The visual arts.
The visual
Yes.
arts. This is not visual arts, folks.
No.
This is something for your ear holes. I don't know. Sex for your ear holes. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yes.
Just gonna have to ask you to calm down, buddy.
Oh, come on. I still have my shirt on.
Thank Christ. You got freckles on your tits or what?
Probably. Probably.
You don't look in the mirror? Like, oh man, that one's gotten bigger.
Problem with that is if I say, "Ooh, that freckle got bigger," I have to I have to do a very deep analysis of whether the freckle itself got bigger or did my whole boob get bigger.
Well, okay. Which one is it?
I don't know because I just don't ask that question.
You don't weigh yourself all that often.
No,
No,
not really.
It's probably a safe bet.
Yeah, fucker.
What?
I mean, I love you, but come on,
Come on, son.
come on, son.
That's another thing. Doubling back to Dule Hill. The people that made Psych, they love Psych so much, they quit making the show in like 2009 or something, and they've made like 3 or 4 movies since.
Yeah,
And they got another one in the works. Like, they just all love each other so much and think it's such a great premise. They just keep doing it.
now I will say, and I know you don't watch this.
And same with the Community. And all the people from Community love each other. And it's just they haven't had a chance really to get together.
Yeah.
So actually,
And-
there's a Community movie in the works.
See, and one of my pet peeves, and I know this is a medium that you don't care for, but anime.
No, you're talking about the
Yes.
getting animated about
Yes.
anime, huh?
Yes. So I've noticed in the past year or two, maybe 3 now, it's been doing more of a push that they will cover, their shows will cover 1 or 2 seasons worth of material, maybe a little bit more depending on the length of whatever material they're adapting. And then when you're getting to the last final little bit of plot or story or whatever, instead of just going, we're doubling down on the TV series and we're covering everything to flesh it out nice and perfectly, they do a movie. Which
So do they pick up the movie right where they left off? I don't know anything about anime. Do they pick up? So season 2 ends and then they do a hour and a half movie.
sometimes, usually, if and that's the other thing. Some of the anime movies that come out that follow their specific shows, sometimes those movies aren't, quote, canon.
What's the point then?
Yeah, I know.
Just to make money?
So, it's actually one of the shows that actually has done it well. Demon Slayer. It had 1 whole season, and then it did a movie. And the movie, and the movie picked up literally where the first season ended. Now, because they wanted to flesh out the story and all that stuff even more, their second season is technically the episodic version of the movie. And then they picked up on the third season at the end of the movie or the episodes, whichever one you decided to watch. So that was doing it right. The other part of me being stupid was a week ago, I was at work with other people who watch anime, and we didn't start watching until midnight.
Terrible move.
Yes, terrible move.
Terrible move.
It's not the first time we've done it. It's probably why we did it again. Because there was a movie that had come out that we really had been wanting to see, and we couldn't remember what happened at the end of the second season. So we watched the last episode of the second season, and then watched the movie. And we got done 3 o'clock in the morning. Shift changes at 6, by the way, so...
You got about 2 hours of sleep?
Yeah.
Maybe?
A little bit over 2 hours. But like that franchise that we watched, the movie was good, don't get me wrong. It would have benefited if that movie was a TV show.
Right.
Because there were certain things that were introduced that I just paused and went, did I miss this in the last
Like a lot of
30
things-
minutes that I've been watching?
A lot of things in the Avengers saga could have been a TV show, but Disney Plus just didn't exist yet.
Yes.
They hadn't created their own streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
You could have made Ant-Man a TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you could have.
Honestly, you could have had side quests of Captain America or some, Black Widow or whatever be a TV show. You didn't have to have it be a whole fucking movie.
You could have probably made Winter Soldier into a TV show.
Yeah, you definitely
That would
could
have been...
That would have
had
been a badass TV show.
Yeah.
Fucking Disney.
Jesus.
Instead, they made what was the first? Loki, I think, was the first Marvel show on Disney.
Was it Loki or was it WandaVision?
I don't remember. I think it was Loki. Well, it might have been WandaVision first. I slept through the second half of WandaVision. I was just not interested.
I haven't even seen it yet.
It wasn't, and I
Nor
didn't watch.
Loki.
I didn't watch. What was it? The Kurt Russell's kid. Who took over for Captain America? You know what I'm talking. You saw the ads for it.
Kurt Russell.
Took over for Captain America. Kurt Russell's kid. What's his name? You know who Kurt Russell is?
Yeah.
Overboard. Death
Yeah.
Proof.
Backdraft.
Yeah, that guy.
Miracle.
Sure.
Um,
Battered Bastards of Baseball.
he wasn't in the franchise with Captain America.
No, but his kid is. No, he was Chris Pratt's dad in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Correct.
2.
So who's his kid?
The blonde kid that's all on the fucking TV show on Disney Plus. You want me to pull up a picture of him?
Yeah, pull up a picture
I forget
because
his
I am
first
not. I'm not picturing who you're.
Kurt
talking
Russell's
about.
kid. Him and Goldie Hawn's kid. Hang on. Fucking. It's not Leon Russell. He's a musician. Russell. R-U-S-S. He was, you ever watch Black Mirror?
Was that the BBC?
It was, I watched it on Netflix. Fuck.
No, I'm thinking. Maybe I'm not thinking.
He was really good in an episode of Black Mirror. What the fuck is his name? God damn it. That's what happens when I drink. I can't remember people's goddamn names. Riveting podcast right here.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's kid he's in part of the Marvel franchise. He's he took over for, Captain America got old, he went back in time.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
The guy who Bucky,
Yeah.
Captain America's friend. That's Kurt Russell's kid.
Yeah, the blonde kid. Well, he's not.
Well, he's not blonde. Well, he might
Here
not.
it is. You got to see him in this episode of Black Mirror. It's called. Turns out your Wi-Fi sucks. Playtest. Wyatt Russell. That's his name. This motherfucker. Hang on. I'm pulling up his Internet Movie Database page. Wyatt Russell.
Show me a goddamn picture.
It's loading. Your Wi-Fi blows down here. This guy. That's Kurt Russell's kid. Wyatt Russell.
He didn't. What?
Yeah.
No.
Wyatt Russell. He was in here. The top build on Internet Movie Database. 22 Jump Street.
Okay.
Overlord. Everybody Wants Some. Cold in July. The Marvel shit he was in. He's been working.
What Marvel shit was he in? Because that's
know.
not the guy who plays Bucky.
No, he's not Bucky.
Who is the guy who took over Captain America?
The Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, he was in. He
He
might have
was
been
in
in
that
that one.
shit. Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah,
I haven't.
I didn't watch
watched that.
I heard it was like a buddy cop show. I'm not into buddy cop shows.
Yeah, I haven't.
It was only
watched
6 episodes, and they got a 7.1 Internet Movie Database. You know, Internet Movie Database used to be the shit, and then Amazon bought it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's owned by Amazon now. That's the problem. I used to actually Rotten Tomatoes. It's like, oh my god, it's got 100% of Rotten Tomatoes. Like, fuck that. No, look at Internet Movie Database. People actually who give a shit about movies used to look at Internet Movie Database, and now it's Amazon bought it because they saw a cash cow. Now they just advertise all their bullshit on Internet Movie Database. It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
Bastards.
Unbelievable. But I have a ton of ratings. I mean, like, every time I watch something, I give it, they do a star, out of 10 stars. I give it a 6. I give it a 4.
Have you ever given it a 9 or a 10?
I can tell you all the, hang on, let me pull it up. You want to hear the movies they do video games on here too, because there's acting credits.
Yes.
So let me figure out how ratings. I have 874 ratings.
Holy shit.
I've been doing this for a while. Okay. Rated. You want what? Pick a number, 1 through 10.
Let's do 9.
All right. Okay.
How many 9s have you had?
Here's what I rated 9. Hang on. I got a lot of 9s apparently. A lot of random 9s. Okay. Let me get to the bottom of the 9s. A lot of 9s. Okay. Bottom of the 9s. Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Big Fish. It's a quality movie.
Quality.
South Park, the series.
Yeah.
I went through a big phase. I watched a lot of South Park. South Park, I can do a whole tangent on South Park.
Oh, jeez.
Those guys are fucking...
They're smart.
They are.
They are very smart.
And if you haven't watched it, there's an episode, it's on YouTube. It's called 6 Days to Air. They make an episode of South Park front to back, writing, producing, animation, everything, voicing in 6 days. It's fucking,
a feat.
It's insane. So that's why they stay so relevant, is because they do everything in 6 fucking days.
Yeah.
Pineapple Express. I was smoking a lot of weed at that time. Dodgeball.
Quality movie.
You might just be Easy A with Emma Stone.
I was gonna
Stanley
say,
Tucci.
Okay.
I'm a big fan. I love that movie.
I haven't watched it.
You haven't seen
No.
Bucket List?
Yep.
That's a 9 for me. Futurama, the series.
Another smart show.
The OG, Back to the Future. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, the third one.
I don't even know what that is. Paul. The Simon Pegg movie about the alien with Seth Rogen as the voice as the alien.
Okay.
Psych. Going back to Psych. I rated that a 9. My Cousin Vinny.
Yes.
Marissa Tomei is so hot in that movie. Oh my god. I bet the Chinese food here is terrible. I love that movie so much. Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park.
Okay.
Inglorious Bastards,
Oh, quality movie.
Boogie Nights.
I've never seen that one.
Never seen fucking Dirk Diggler, bro?
Nope.
Never seen... Oh, super bad.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? The Town. Ben Affleck movie. They're bank robbers. Spoiler. Bank robbers.
Sounds familiar.
The Town. Fantastic. Worth a watch. You go watch the extended cut. Way better. Departed. Martin Scorsese, Leo, Matt Damon, Alec Baldwin, Marky Mark. Great movie. Galaxy Quest. That shit's on Netflix.
Is it?
Yeah. I fucked up the last time we recorded. I went home and I got my iPad and I laid down in the guest bed upstairs and I go, oh shit, Galaxy Quest is on Netflix. Oh fuck. And then I stayed up until I left here at 2 a.m. I was up until 4 because I needed to watch the rest of Galaxy Quest. Never give up, never surrender. It's a great fucking movie. Usual Suspects, Seinfeld, Raiders, Office Space. I guess I gave that a 9. I don't know if that's a 9. I have to rewatch it.
I was gonna say.
Schindler's List is obviously a 9.
Yes.
Lucky Number 11. You ever seen that one? That's a 9 in my book. That's a 9. Blues Brothers. That's a 9.
Oh,
That's
always
a 9. Boondock Saints.
I referenced
9.
Blues Brothers yesterday at work, actually.
How did you reference Blues Brothers?
Well, thanks for asking. We got this guy who is... He means well, but man...
Is he a fucking idiot?
He has his moments.
He's a fucking idiot.
The problem is he has his moments a lot.
He's a fucking idiot.
He comes in with mouse traps, right? And
why does he come in with mouse traps?
He has a mouse. He has mouse traps. The more important part, besides of why he has mouse traps, is the fact that he's never set one of these mouse traps before. And instead of
hang on.
Yes.
Hang on.
Yes.
How old is this gentleman?
23.
I mean, it's not. I mean, they're easy to set up so you don't fucking take off a finger.
Correct.
And 2,
Well, he doesn't have like the bag clipped ones. He has like one of the actual mouse traps.
like old school.
Not quite old school, but yes, old school.
The most effective.
Yeah,
Springy.
with the yellow pad and not the little silver clip, like a mouse trap.
Yeah. They're more safety oriented.
The more safety.
So the
oriented.
dum-dums don't take off their fingers.
Correct. So he walks in with these mouse traps and puts them on the table and goes, Andy, I need your help. I'm like, oh boy. Let me guess, you needed me to show you how to set these goddamn mouse traps. Yes.
All excited.
And so I show him how to set it up, and we set him off a couple times. And then he's like, okay, so I put, well, what should I put on there? I'm like, well, peanut butter's usually the go-to. If not peanut butter, you need to like really press in some sort of cheese, like, you know. And one of the other guys at work went, yes, some artificial cheese, like cheese in a can. And I just went, where's my cheese whip, boy? One guy at work caught the reference.
Isn't that a good feeling, though?
It was.
At least one person gets it.
Yes.
It doesn't fall on deaf ears.
Correct. He pointed and gave me the thumbs up, and that's all I needed.
That's
I felt
all you
complete.
needed, buddy.
Oh, it was so good.
This has been another episode of the Buzz Basement Bros podcast. Email us at buzzbasementbrospodcast@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram, Twitter. We got a Facebook?
No, not yet.
No Facebook?
I'm not sure if we're going to have one. to be quite
Facebook
honest.
blows anyway.
Yeah.
We out.